Hello gamers, this is Pet and welcome to Pet Plays Football Manager 2014 episode 3 from season 1. I do have to apologize for episode number 2. It was too long. It was also long because I showed you that game which I actually wanted to show you, but in the last episode I've been going through a lot of emotions with this game and anger, low moral and stuff like that, and some of you might actually understand because with Football Manager you get into a lot of emotions. You're happy, you're unhappy, you're annoyed, stuff like that. And it was, in a way, it wasn't a weird episode, but I do feel that I want to make these episodes happy so you can enjoy them. So I'm not sure if you enjoyed the last episode or not. If you did enjoy it, write it in the comments below because I'm curious. I don't know. This is how the episode is. I normally, as I've said in the first episode, I'm usually trying to edit my episodes and so on. And the last episode was more like me complaining, I guess, and telling you about my in-game problems. But as you see right now, I shaved, I took a shower today, and I'm smiling. I guess you might have figured out that things are going to go a little bit better. So as you can see here, they are satisfied with my coaching, which is okay. They are unhappy because I lost versus Doncaster. But let me tell you, right now it's April 2014. Some things happen, and I'm going to talk about what happened. Right now we are on the 4th spot with one game behind. So if we win our game, I will be at 72. I will be on the 3rd spot because the first two, the Leicester actually has some pretty good goal difference. So what happened? Let me actually show you the transfers history, and what the hell happened. Let's see. Okay, I got this dude on loan. Mainly, I thought that I was needing another striker, and I got him for almost free, and his contract is going to expire, so I might sign him. I mainly was curious about his potential, and that's one way to find out his potential, to actually get him on the team so the coaches can see him. And he's having 3 stars potential, and he's not looking bad. I might actually sign him up because he's not asking for much, and then try to sell him later or something like that. I will actually release his loan, or I'm not sure. I'm not going to play him right now because we are on a weird spot. There are only a couple of games to be played, and I cannot afford to put players who are not fit. I can't experiment. I can't afford to experiment. And one thing that I do have to add, one of the reasons that we were playing so bad and having so many problems were because of the tactics. And in the past, in Football Manager 2013, this was important, but not really that important. Right now, I did only a few changes. Players weren't really that familiar, and I guess that was the reason why we weren't playing that well, and we were playing really, really strange. Not because I was playing with Sean Murray, who's not really that good, but because of the tactics. Right now, I set it up like this: mentality counter, fluidity rigid. I am playing it like this with Forestieri as an attacking midfielder because I do want to have a link between midfielder and strikers. I felt that there is an empty space there, and him playing as a shadow striker seems to work okay. He did some stupid long shots in some games, but overall he's decent, I guess. I'm not complaining too much. And I'm playing higher tempo, roam from position, pass into space, hassle opponents, and play out defense. Play out defense is because I don't want my defenders to simply get the ball away and give away possession. And something that, I don't know, my player settings seems to reset sometimes, and I actually want my defender to distribute to to defenders, my goalkeeper to distribute the ball to the defenders. And I actually want my wingers to go top to cross from byline, and I want them to shoot less. It happened for my for Faraoni basically a couple of times him to be outside and try to shoot, and he was shooting far away. So I want to limit his shooting, and let's see how this will work basically. Okay, I love this new thing, by the way, in Football Manager 2014, no more sliders. I love this. Like, I'm going to a player and I'm basically telling him how to play. No freaking sliders like play narrower. Shoot a slider to shoot often and not often. Like, how much is this and how much is that? It's either shoot less, shoot more, or just normal, right? So, back to transfers. I managed to buy late Griffiths. Like, I was getting, the tactics was starting to work a bit, but I had problems with the defenders. Like, the Tunisian guy, I also have stopped playing him, as you can see. He wasn't really, I can't actually put my finger because he didn't actually play in my latest formation because I prefer to put Griffiths on. And as you can see, he didn't play in a long time, in basically like 3 months. And even back then, I was basically playing him as a substitute or getting him out. And he didn't actually confirm, like he only got 4 goals. I can't actually say that he's a bad player because, as you know, back then the team was playing like crap. But one thing that I don't like about this player is the injury prones. I usually don't buy players like that. So I'm not sure what I will do with this guy next season. If I'm still going to be employed next season, don't worry. Things are, okay, but I might get fired. So transfers history. Late Griffiths, he's not asking for much as a contract. And now you will ask, like, how did I got money? Because in the last season, how did I got money to buy? I basically sold Diego Fabrini for almost 5 million. Not too much, and also the money weren't like cash, all the money. I got almost 2 million cash, and the rest of the money in 18 months or something like that. Normally I want to have the money cash, but in this situation, bad financial wise, I got the deal. The reason why I sold him is, well, he was young, his potential was decent, his salary was a bit high, but I couldn't, he was not fitting in my style of play. Like, I'm not playing with attacking midfielders right. And if I put him central, it's going to be weird for him because he's not a natural. And I simply decide, okay, let's get the money because we need to get some players on other areas. Like, I couldn't even loan a player or sign that free defender, the free German defender. I could not sign him because of that. I also sold Anaya. His contract was going to expire in 2014. And I basically got 750k for him. And I said, okay, I need the money. He was homegrown player, so sometimes I was keeping him, but you will see him basically. And somehow I managed to loan Acuna. Somehow, which was kind of nice because his contract was kind of eating up a lot of money, and he's not even playing at them, I guess. Like, I loaned him to Brighton, and Brighton, they are not playing him at all. I'm not going to look. I don't care that much about him. And we also loaned this young guy. Doesn't matter. So that's how I managed to get money. With those money, I bought late Griffiths because, again, I didn't have that striker that, like, this dude has 17 finishing, free kick taking, which is good. I don't think I've scored from free kicks in 2014. He has some aggression, which I don't know, I don't care. But basically, he has speed and he has finishing. And then long shots, decent. Penetrating attacking, okay. Some technique, some flair, some determination, and decent composure, 14. So he has all the requirements for an advanced forward, right? Maybe heading and jumping, he sucks at head. So I've also been playing him as a poacher a couple of games. Because he has pace and acceleration, basically. So he scored some goals lately. Basically, in the last game, he managed to score 2 goals. This was a weird goal. I will show you the goals. It was 3-4 for me, basically. And I got Tom Craney. His salary is kind of high, but I got him for 200k. Like, this was the sum I paid for him. and he's 2.5 stars with the potential of 4 stars. He's professional as team personality, and his personality is balanced, and specific aspects is important matches. Like strongest area of the game is skill, and then specific aspect important matches. So that's awesome. And weakest area of the game, marking. I don't care about marking because this guy is more on the offensive side. As you can see, he's not having tackling, so I'm going to play him as an advanced playmaker. So he has all the stats. I mean, check this out: support, and even if I put him as an attack, his dribbling is going to be fructified. Like first touch 14, which is awesome. Long shots 14, again awesome. Passing 14, okay. Technique 14, okay. Flair 14, okay. Creativity, okay. Decision 13, that's pretty good for my level. Anticipation 12, yeah, again okay. Balance 17, he's balancing. So this is a pretty cheap player that I can actually put in and not be afraid, because if you keep in mind, I had problems with injuries with my defensive midfielders, so that was nice. And I loaned this guy as a defender right, who's also a homegrown player, which is nice for me. Because with all the Italians that I have in the team, my substitutes are all made of young, crappy players. So now I can have another one. And that allowed me to sell Anaya, that Scottish player. So he's not really playing that well, but the fact that you know how I got it? It was 1 hour before the expiration time, because I kept trying to loan him. And with this new loan system, it's not like a new system, but you can actually see the sum that they expect for you to pay each month. And you either pay by wages, like 50% salary, you pay 50% of his salary or something like that, and you also pay a sum per month. So I managed to loan Acuna, which allowed me to get more money, but I still couldn't do it. So I simply moved all my money from wages, from the slider that I had, to transfer money. I got like 1 million extra, and that allowed me to actually loan him. This was 1 hour before the time expired. Kind of awesome. Again, he's not really playing that well, but this allows me basically to get Faraoni in his natural position of wide midfielder, which is awesome because he can contribute on going forward and cross the ball. I mean, his crossing is 15. He's not really a defensive right, how I was playing him, right? So things improved after that. So this is basically my team right now. Almunia has been playing pretty well. He got a yellow card in the last game because he handballed the ball outside the area. Ekstrand, or however you pronounce it, he has been playing decently. Angela, again with mistakes here and there, but they have been playing decently. Well, as a defender right, actually it's a wing back, as you can see I'm playing him as a wing back, is Antonelli, who, if you look at his stats, well, another thing in Football Manager 2014, and we also, by the way, we got a hotfix that came out yesterday that kind of fixed the player ratings. They were kind of lower than normal, and I still notice that it's much lower than in Football Manager 2013. I mean, if a player gets 7 and something, he really did something that game. And not everyone will get 7s. They will still be under 7. So when you look at this player, that it doesn't mean that he's bad. It means that he's decent, let's say it like that, from what I've been seeing right now. You see, he's decent. He's passing, he's tackling, he's advancing with the ball forward and sometimes getting crosses. And Pudil is kind of back. I mean, you know that he was injured, and right now he's finally getting back into the game, and I can put him in. And he's doing okay. But normally I was playing Morello, which is kind of nice that we managed to loan him, because this dude can also play as a defender left and as midfielder left, defensive winger. So, and he's also in a superb condition because he has natural fitness 18. So that was kind of nice. I mean, I see him advancing with the ball many times and crossing it, which is nice. And with this new tactic system, it's kind of giving me a good impression, a good feeling about the tactics. Like, look, things are happening, and not with sliders, like randomly. Because I'm actually going to give decision to tell players what to do. In the past, I was like, yeah, whatever, they will play by themselves, and I'm just going to look, and then I'm just going to put the mentality to attack in case of something. Now I'm actually going in and trying to tinker the stuff, which is nice. We also have Abdi, of course. He has been playing again. If you look at his rating, you will be like, he's not scoring, but he's okay. Irine has been injured on and off. I'm playing him right now. I will not playing him the next game because this guy is back. His rating is still better than normal, but again, he has not been playing. Look, he was injured, and only now I'm playing him again. So Faraoni, Forestieri, and Griffiths, and sometimes I'm playing Dinley in forward. He's in superb condition. And if you look at the reports, he's scoring here and there. This is the thing, I can't actually figure it out. Like, yeah, this is like a super important player that I need to have. I haven't played Nuno Gomes. He did his job early on. I tried to play William Gallas, but again, he freaking sucks. Cassetti, I have no playing him at all because he's slow, and no stamina because he's old. This guy got back, and Reese Brown, actually they kind of wanted to loan him. I said no because he's homegrown and I needed a homegrown player, and then he got injured. We loaned this guy some long time ago, and again Lassad also has not been playing. I cannot put my finger on him if he's good or not, but I found this team and they kind of managed to play him. Sometimes I'm putting Shen Murray in and he's doing something. I'm putting Craney. I've been playing these dudes some games. If you look at his rating, he kind of sucks, but here and there trying to give him a chance to play. But let me actually show you the results in the past. Let me try to remember. I mean, you can see how I'm winning 1-3-1, 1-0. I've lost with Doncaster. It was kind of weird. But the beauty part is that I finally see the team constructing, passing around and advancing, and then missing because of the striker. This is why I got Griffiths. I lost with Blackburn. It was unfortunate because they were kind of on top and they are kind of my same spot. And this was a weird game. So let's look at this game. They scored first, I guess. No, never mind. This was the 1-1 goal. Maguire, you see, this is what never mind. I hate it. I press space in order to pause, but they basically advanced the game. Let's go again. So basically, this was the first goal that was an own goal, and I started. Manuel Almunia booked in minute 1, and then this happened, and then Griffiths, and then good pass, but bad. It was a head actually, and he did that. It was 1-0 for me. So, okay, right? And look, I'm having occasions. If you look here, 21. Again, things happen, which makes me happy. And then in minute 23, remember in the last episode, I told you on how the defender is just sitting in front of the attacker and he's not tackling. He's just like, look, I'm in front of you. Look, I'm in front of you. This is what I mean. Look at number 6. I'm in front of you, 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 and you don't have the ball anymore. And they scored. I'm in front of you, I'm in front again. This is what I mean. And it happened to see stuff like this coming from the middle of the field. Like, I'm in front of you, and then poof, goal. So, then in minute 29, late Griffiths, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Forestieri with a pass, Griffiths was kind of free. And the goalkeeper mistake. I'm not sure why the goalkeeper came there, but hey, I scored. Poor Kirkland. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And I'm watching, but I want to see the goals, and I'm seeing them being happy for 10 seconds. Then in minute 41, a free kick. Actually, yeah, Almunia jumped and on the rebound, Maguire scored again. And you see, you are being happy. Just bring me back to the home screen because I want to click again. I don't want to see them being happy. And then minute 54, I was like, yeah, I scored. This was weird. It hit the crossbar and then put it on the rebound, or on the rebound of the crossbar. Pudil was there. All right, he scored his first goal. And then 2 minutes later, McCabe, Nuhiu, this was, and look, I'm getting a lot of cross problems like this. I wanted to pause, but check this out again. Let me click it again. And I want you to look at my defenders, my number 4 and number 6. This is the cross. This is when he will cross. This one is alone, and I have 4 guys here. Let's say that this guy is, Faraoni is keeping this dude. This guy is keeping this dude. This guy is free, and I have 4 guys, that my defenders basically, that are not doing anything. They are just sitting there. And the cross, these 2 guys are here. This guy is here. And the ball arrives, and he shoots, and he scores. And then I noticed that I don't have opposition instructions for that guy. And that was maybe a mistake. Maybe that's why, because they didn't know that they have to hold him tight. And then that was minute 56, and never mind, it was 4, and then it was 4-3 basically. So, no, never mind. Late Griffiths in minute 64, it was 3-3, and I was super annoyed. And then Pudil with a cross, finally a cross, and Griffiths, I thought it was offside, but it wasn't actually offside. So, nice, finally crossing the ball. So, things are kind of going okayish. I have to play Charlton right now, which I'm not going to show you. So I'm playing with Charlton, then I'm playing with Burnley. They are on the number, I need to win with Burnley. I really need to win with Burnley. That's an important game. Then with Leeds, I can't actually, I would love to be able to see their position in the championship by somewhere around here. Leeds are on number 24, kind of low. I should beat them, but I believe I lost with them. No, it was a 2-2. Millwall, I lost to them before. They are on number 17. I should beat them. Ipswich, number 19. I should beat them. QPR, they have a very good team. They had a lot of injuries, so they are sitting on the number 13. But they have a really, really good team, so I'm not sure if I will be able to beat them. Derby, they beat me, and they are on number 6. This is a very important game. And then Huddersfield, they are number 14. I should beat them because, they are much lower. But again, I'm not like, yeah, that's a weak team, I will beat it. Like with Leeds, let's say. Because I still don't have enough confidence. So basically, this is something really beautiful about English football in general. Like, this... They are very close. Everyone is super, super close here. So I can still win and I can still go down if I lose a lot of games. So it's still pretty, pretty close. Again, I'm 1 game behind. I'm not sure with who I have that extra to play. But if I win that game, I will be at 72, which is nice. But again, I do expect maybe to lose to Derby, to Burnley, and that will be bad. My goal is to finish in the top 6, as you know, and I'm kind of far maybe from Wigan, and I managed to beat them. So even if I lose like 3 games, I still have a chance to be in the top 6. Hopefully that's not going to happen, and that's my goal. But I should promote because the club is in financial trouble. So I'm not sure if I don't promote. I'm not sure what's going to happen. They didn't told me to promote. They just told me to finish in the top 6. But I kind of need to promote because it is something that's very concerning. If I promote, that's ages from now, they will tell me to avoid relegation, right? And that's going to be almost impossible because I don't have like a really good team, and the Premier League, the difference between Premier League and the Championship is like huge. And I might actually fail, and then I might relegate. They might fire me, and then what? Right? So this is it for this episode. I tried to make it. I talked about what happened. I'm talking about some tactics, and I'm going to advance, and then I'm going to maybe do a last episode, like four episodes for the first season. Again, I apologize for the last season. It was maybe some frustrations there. I'm not sure. I will try. And I'm saying this. I apologize because some people came to watch these videos and they are not familiar with Football Manager. Maybe they came in to learn. And I will actually explain some stuff in the meantime. So just continue looking. Again, something that was super important in Football Manager 2014 is the tactics familiarity. You change some stuff, the familiarity goes down, and that's how you basically lose the game. So thank you guys for watching. See you in my next episode. Goodbye.